Welcome to holisticinvestment.in YouTube channel. We help individual investors like you to take a right financial and investment decision. Why do we need to invest? This may sound like a very basic question, but if we are not getting the basics right, it will be difficult to achieve what we wanted to achieve out of investments. So let us get the basics right first. We have investment expert Mr. Hariharan with us. Mr. Hariharan, could you please explain and enlighten us for the question, why should I consider investing?
If you have invested, I would want to know why have you invested? And if you have not invested so far, but you have still joined the session today, I'd want to ask you, why should somebody invest? So most of us is invested, obviously, with some goal in mind, and that's very critical. The reason it is critical is to understand this using the example of a football match. Now, whenever I meet people, investors, I ask this question, why have you invested? So let me take that with an example of the football match. I know India is a cricket crazy country, but I'm going to use the example of football. Let's assume that you have gone to watch a football match. And let's assume it's the final of a particular tournament. So you have booked the tickets, you go to the stadium with your family, and you go and sit there in that stadium, the match is about to begin. While the match is about to begin, you suddenly realize that there's something very strange in this football match and in this football field. You find that in this entire football stadium and the ground where they're going to play the football, there is no goal post. Okay, there's no goal post. Goal post is so there's no net where you can hit the goal. And after a few minutes, the match starts. And there are two teams who have come to the ground and they're playing football. And for the next 45 minutes, they play football. Please remember, there is no net in the entire stadium. But two teams are playing football. Can imagine the situation, what is going to happen. It's going to be complete chaos. Because nobody knows where to hit the ball because there's no goal to hit. And therefore, at the end of 45 minutes, that's the first half, you get frustrated. You said, why have I come here? I have completely wasted my time because there's no end result to this particular match. There's no goal scored. Nobody knows who is the winner at the end of the day. There's complete chaos. And therefore, just like in this example, where there's no goal post, it's very important, therefore, when we talk of investments, it is very important to identify your financial goals. Because if we invest without a goal in mind, it is very similar to playing that football match without a goal post. And I've seen numerous investors who have invested just because somebody told you how to start investing. Please remember, and I'm very happy to see many of your responses have been linked to goals. You have very clearly specified that you want your financial goals to be achieved, and that's the way to go. Fantastic. Okay, so very, very critical that we need to invest for our goals. And therefore, when you look at the entire journey of financial planning and the financial freedom, how do you achieve that financial freedom? First and foremost, it is very critical to know where we are today. And then we also need to know where are we supposed to go. Okay, where are we supposed to go? And then, of course, the next important critical is how do we use and what road do we use, what transportation, what medium do we use to reach that goal? So knowing where you are, where you want to reach is the destination, and therefore what medium do you use to reach that goal? So let me give a very quick example. So if I have to say maybe go from Mumbai to Goa for the vacation, I have different choices. I know that I'm staying in Mumbai, I have to go to Goa, my destination is also known. The medium could be different. If I'm interested in driving, I love driving, I would take my vehicle out and go on a drive to Goa. But somebody told me that the entire route from Mumbai to Goa is very excellent in terms of the scenery. So therefore, if I wish to enjoy the scenery, I may take a train and go from Mumbai to Goa. But if I want to reach faster, I would rather take a flight and go to Goa. So the medium could be different, but my starting point and the goal, the end point and the destination is the same. And therefore, it's very critical to identify the goal And two, it is also equally important to look at what medium do I use to reach to that goal. And I will stress on these as we go along in our presentation, right? So therefore, having a goal is very, very critical. And what are the kind of goals that one could have? Very simple. There could be multiple goals that each one of us could have in our life. Starting from maybe buying a property, having a four-wheeler, maybe upgrading to a newer and a bigger four-wheeler. Today, electric vehicles are the norm. I've seen so many people who have shifted to electric vehicle. So could be I want to buy an electric vehicle. And definitely there is education that we need to plan for our children, very critical and important. Similarly, we could also need to do some vacations, world tours, because for the last 2020-21, we could not do that because of Corona. And therefore, we may want to look at going on vacation. And there's another interesting goal that we also need to look and plan for is our own retirement. Because there is going to be a stage in time and a stage in life when we are going to stop earning income, but our expenses are going to continue. And therefore, retirement planning also becomes very critical. These are just some thoughts. You could have different goals than what is there in this screen. You could have multiples of these goals. Okay, so somebody might have 3 or 4 out of these goals. Somebody might have 1 or 2 out of these goals. But all said and done, as we said, it is very critical, one, to identify the goals that we have in life. Where do you want to reach? And two, invest for that goals. That's very, very critical and important.
Thanks for your detailed answer. If you have any questions related to this or any other investment options or related to your financial goals, feel free to book a free appointment with our financial planner. The link to the free booking is given in the description below this video. Also, will you be interested to attend insightful investment webinars? Then feel free to register for our upcoming insightful enlightening investment webinar, and it is completely free. The registration link for the upcoming webinar is also given in the description box. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. Also share it in your social circle. If you are not subscribed to our YouTube channel so far, please subscribe now. Bye.